Alright. Hello, it's been a while since I uploaded a video, so I thought over the semester break I would make one about college, specifically community college in general, and whether it would be more beneficial to attend a community college before heading off to a four-year institution. Disclaimer: I am not by any means associated with any college faculty. I do not purport that any of the information I communicate to be universally true. Everything I express here is based solely on my narrow range of experiences with the college system. So feel free to dispute my claim, assuming anyone actually watches my video. Okay, anyway, a little background to see where I'm coming from. I graduated Germanic Community College last summer with an associate's degree before transferring to the University of George Mason. As it stands, community college is something of a bandwagon that a lot of people are starting to take advantage of. Funny story, during this Mason seminar for new students, all the parents had gone, it was just the students, and the Patriot leaders were like, okay, so who wants to do some fun activities? And, or would you rather listen to a transfer student info? And no one was raising their hands for the fun activities. There was a general lack of excitement, you might say, for a group of soon-to-be freshmen. And so one of the Patriot leaders then asks, okay, so he here is transferring from a community college, and it felt as if the entire group of 200 plus people stood up. It's probably close to 60%, but everyone was laughing, and they weren't all old middle-aged people, too. Most looked fairly young. Anyway, so the point is community college is becoming a default for a lot of young people graduating high school. And why is that? When I left community college, when I left Germana in the summer of 2012, there were a lot more young people under the age of 25 than when I first started in 2010. And the fact that the university has benefited from a building expansion in the last 2 years seems to support this. So, what are the advantages of community college, one might ask? There are two, possibly three reasons I found. One, and perhaps most advertised, is the cost. Okay, see, there are these things called Gen Ed classes that must be taken in addition to the major required courses. There is a big cost difference. When I went to Germana, the cost per credit hour was roughly $130. From what I've heard, that number is going up. At George Mason, the cost was over $300 per credit hour. That's a $200 difference, not including the living cost, which combined with the academic cost can easily double the total cost. At least for me, I didn't see the point of spending more than twice the amount of money on practically the same credits, and if your credits transfer, it doesn't matter whether you took them at a community college or a fancy private school. Based on my experience, I find it's a lot cheaper to take as many credits as you can that will fulfill the Gen Ed requirements and apply to your planned major and or fulfill a transferable associate's degree. Also, most likely, if you spend more time in college, you will get a better idea of what you want to major in. It is cheaper and the pressure weighs far less to figure this out at a local community college than if you dorm at a university, at least I might think. Assuming your credits transfer, which leads us to the second point. It's far easier to transfer credits from a community college to a university than it is from one university to another university. And you might think, duh, well, yeah, it should be. In fact, some colleges offer guaranteed admission in some state universities upon completing their transfer associate degrees, which mostly consist of courses you're going to need anyway for Gen Ed requirements and the major requirements in your intended major. Keep in mind, these agreements only apply if you're transferring from an in-state community college to an in-state university. Transferring from a local community college to an out-of-state university is a horse of different color that I have no experience with, and as far as I know, you do lose credits, I think. In any case, the whole aspect of credit transferring is an important one that I think often gets overlooked. I cannot tell you how many people I have run across that have lost credits transferring schools. Now, I don't know the reasons. Now, obviously, there are a variety of reasons, actually, why these people change schools. But the point is there is a big potential to lose a lot of credits, even in difficult classes like chemistry and biology. A third and possible advantage to community college is the degree of difficulty. I have been told that classes taken at a community college are supposedly easier than that at a university. I have no reason to doubt these claims in these particular circumstances. This seems to make sense, since you would think that universities would expect more out of their students, and might actually be true. However, one of the things that surprised me when I started George Mason was really not how different things were from Germana, but really how very the same they were. Now, perhaps the reason for this is because George Mason was at one time itself a community college. But that was a long time ago. Obviously, if you're going to university, also you'll be completing an associate's degree. If you complete an associate's degree, you expect the classes you're taking to be harder because you must likely be taking upper division courses as dictated by your junior standing. But the question is a 100 level class at university truly harder than at a community college, than its community college equivalent? In my experience, I have found this is not the case. As an example, one of my friends took a basic biology course at Nova, and it was significantly harder than Mason's counterpart that I took. Again, I cannot say as a general rule which school is harder, but I guess, based on my experience and what I've heard from others, that a decent community college will be on par with any state university in terms of difficulty and, dare I say, even quality, although that's a completely different topic. These are my thoughts and experiences on community college, specifically regarding transferring to in-state universities. Obviously, there are a multitude of vocational programs that some community colleges offer, such as RN nursing and others. I cannot speak for these. If you are planning on completing a traditional major, if you're planning on completing a major at a university, it probably would be wise to take the maximum number of transferable credits at a community college and perhaps, given the opportunity, finish an associate degree before transferring to your intended university. This is my suggestion. Take it with a big grain of salt. At the same time, I hope you found this video informative. That is all.